You have waited on God for a husband, you have prayed, you have fasted, you have sought his face, and you have been patient. And time comes that you don't know how to differentiate between this guy and this guy. Maybe you have 2 or 3 and you are trying to figure out who could it be. In today's video, I'm going to give you 4 signs that he is the one. So if you are dating, please, you have to take caution. If it is your first time here, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel, Marriage Tips with Asperia. On my channel, we share about marriage and relationship, tips that will help you go into marriage and tips that will help you stay in there. So please, you can subscribe and join this mighty family. For a returning subscriber, you are the best and God bless you. Let's get into the video. Number 1, he loves you more than you love him. Oh yes, it is a duty of a man to love and it is a duty of a woman to submit. So if you find this guy loves you more than you love him, it is a good sign that he is the one. And then the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5 from verse 25, the Bible says, "Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it." Yes, this man will love you like Christ loves the church. He will love you beyond your imperfections. He will love you beyond your mistakes and weaknesses. Just like you see Christ, he loves the church more than the church loves him. And he gave his own life for the church. So this man is willing to sacrifice, to lay down his life for you, to respect and honor you even when you don't deserve that. So you take an example of the church. We sin against God daily. We disappoint him. We do things that he does not like, but he loves us perfectly. So this man should be in position to love you beyond your mistakes. Now, I'm not saying that he should love every madness and foolishness that you do. No, but there are so many things that he looks at. You know, he's so patient, he's so forgiving, he's so kind. Like, he loves you beyond your imperfections. That is a good sign that he is the one. 2, he actively pursues you. Yes, it is natural for men to pursue women. A man will actively look for what he loves. You know, the Bible says, "Who can find a virtuous woman?" This means you are a great person. You are a woman of higher moral standard. You deserve to be looked for. You deserve to be pursued. You don't have to initiate everything. You know, you have to initiate birthdays. You have to initiate going out. You have to initiate everything. No. If this man is really the one, he will pursue you. He will put in his time, his effort to pursue you. You are a prize. You deserve to be won. Like, just hide yourself and let him look for you. I'm not saying you go in a bedroom and close the door. No. Like, you just give him less time and see whether he'll call you before you call. Don't be the one calling every time. You know, if someone puts in extra efforts to find you, it shows that that person will always respect you even after you have married one another. So if this man is seriously pursuing you, he is the one. But if you know you are giving in too much to get his attention, please, he could be focusing his attention on another person. Number 3, he is patient, as in he's willing to wait. He's not this man who will force you to do everything. Actually, he's patient on grounds of sexual purity. He's willing to wait for marriage. Like, he doesn't force sex. You know, sex is not a priority in his relationship. A man who targets for marriage does not look at sex as a priority. So, he's careful not to offend you. He's careful not to offend God. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 in verse 4, love is patient. So this man, if he's patient, like he's willing to wait, like he's willing to follow godly standards, this man is worth a yes. So many ladies today are scared of, what if I find it doesn't have meme? I find what? Who tells you to walk by sight? Of course, it's good to be curious, but be careful. Number 4, he fears God and loves him. Like, you have prayed for a husband, you have waited upon God, you have sought him, you have given, you have fasted, you have done all your best. He cannot give you someone who doesn't fear and respect him. Remember, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3, "But I would have you to know that the head of every man is Christ." Oh yes, the head of every man is Christ. So if Christ is not a priority in the life of this man, he's not from God. Because Christ is the head of a man, the man is the head of every woman. And the head of Christ is God. So if he does not fear God, how is your family going to be? If he's not led by Christ, then he's not going to be a good head. And is not worthy a yes. So be careful. If this man doesn't fear God, he has nothing in him, he doesn't even feel good about God, I'm telling you, he's not going to be a good husband, and is not a good sign that he's from God. The Bible says without faith it is impossible to please him. So if he doesn't have any faith in God, if he doesn't believe in anything from God, then you too will not please God, and definitely he is not from God. If you love this video, you can give it a like, you can give it a comment, you can share it with your friends, especially those that are on a dating phase, they are looking for spouses. It can be a great encouragement. I know there are so many other things that can help someone to know whether he's dating a godly person or not, but these 4 can open your eyes to know where your relationship falls. You can subscribe if you haven't subscribed, please. I love you. Shalom.